kas töötab? Nüüd töötab, jah, hästi. Järgmiseks järeltüüjaks on Bergen County ja New Yorki Pauluse koguduse poolt Jaak Oosaar räägib. We'll have a representative from Bergen County and the New York St. Paul's congregations.
Ma arvan, et kõik kuulevad mind. As I was listening to the beautiful rendition of Amazing Grace, at the end of it, I was halfway expecting Thomas here to get up and say one of his famous digressions. Do you know that this is the 250th anniversary of the creation of this beautiful song? I will say a few words in Estonian and then revert to English. I won't repeat everything since my briefest university lectures go about an hour and a half. But I have worked with and known Thomas touching on 5 decades. Ma tänan Yorgi Pauluse koguduse ja Bergen County koguduse nimel kõik seda, mida Toomas on meie heaks teinud nii ustavalt ja kuulnud nii pikki aastaid. Ja mul on hea meel, et alles paar kuud tagasi, kui meil oli teenistus Kotas, meil oli võimalik peale teenistust pühitseda tema 85. sünniaastapäeva koos Yorgi naiskooriga. Ja see oli tõesti suurepärane sündmus ja me saime talle isiklikult tänusõna öelda, mida ilmselt mul praegu pole vaja korrata, sest et Toomas on neid juba kuulnud ja ta on paremas kohas. Üks asi, mida ma tõesti tahan rõhutada, on, et kui palju ta alati õppis, terve eluaeg ta õppis aastakümneid ja ta jagas oma teadmisi ja õpetusi nii suurepäraselt. Ja ma tean, et kõik siin olijad kindlasti on pidanud taluma igasuguseid teenistusi ja juhtusid vastareid, et sa ei jõua ära oodata, kuni ta lõpetab. Aga Toomase puhul, ma arvan, me saame öelda, et me ei jõudnud ära oodata, kuni ta juhtused algavad. Tal oli alati midagi uut ja värsket me täname. As I said, my work and knowledge and Thomas has touched on 5 decades. And among the earliest memories, the family had just moved from Vancouver briefly before as the singing revolution was beginning in Estonia. And something that's only very briefly been touched on, and I'm here not only as a parishioner of Thomas, but as a colleague. I too was a member of the Congress of Estonia. But before we even got there, 34 years ago, within sight of where I'm standing now, they were planning the famous Baltic chain. It was an event that made the front pages of all the newspapers in America, probably the world, because from Tallinn through to Vilnius, Estonians, Latvians, and Lithuanians gathered to form the Baltic chain as a protest. And for the first time, it really, literally put Estonians, Latvians, Lithuanians on the map. The local people really wanted to be free too, as if we didn't know that the world was lagging behind them. So, in support of the Baltic chain, there were charter buses going from many parts of the U.S. to Philadelphia, where a Baltic chain was being formed around the Liberty Bell for an hour. They had special permission that we could actually do this. And I came down from Pagoda to Lakewood here to meet the leading charter bus. And it was covered by the news, the local news. I was representing the Estonian American National Council, and Savara, as part of his, as my colleague is an Estonian freedom fighter. I was wearing my Niet Niet Soviet t-shirt, and Pastor Vaga was tying a black armband around my left arm. And the next morning, on the front page of the Ocean County Daily Times, a large colored picture of us getting ready to go on the bus with almost tying a black armband around me. I'll never forget that. And it was only a year later that these delegates traveled to Thailand. I don't know if it was Paul's first visit or not, but it was my first visit. And they put us up in the Middle Hotel. We had full itineraries that we had to do that day, so we checked into our rooms, put away our bags, and headed to the elevators to do what we needed to do. Thomas later told me that after he had gotten to the elevator, he remembered that he'd forgotten something in his room. And I went back to his room just to see a couple of men in dark suits leaving his room. Apparently the KGB could not wait to bug his room, as I'm sure all the rest of our rooms were bugged too. And people later told us that there was actually some danger involved in our being there. Almost, we didn't think about that. We did what we had to do, and almost did all of that. And I'm very pleased to be happy to be able to say my good colleague throughout much of this. Later, when and I mentioned this in Estonian, we do not remember enough his dedication to scholarship, to religious scholarship of all kinds. And if I had a question, I would ask, and I respected his opinion on religious matters 100%. But instead of answering his question yes or no, and I would gladly accepted his answer, he had a story to tell that was close enough to what I was asking that it answered my question, and so I was able to resolve the issues and do the right thing and proceed with the project that I had in mind doing that. As I said in Estonian, I mean, his sermons were amazing. I'm sure you've suffered through many sermons in your life where you were waiting for the pastor of like, when will the sermon end? But in Thomas's sake, literally, because he had so many new things to mention, to say, that you couldn't wait for his sermons to begin. And it would be written out, even in his last services, when he was sitting down. You could see his body was getting frail, but when he started his sermon, his eyes would sparkle and light up, and he was in his element, that he was able to share the knowledge that he had, and we just appreciated it so much. So we will miss all those aspects of his scholarship. And the best way, and I talked about it, and he laughed too, and said, he would have his sermons written out, but then he would digress. And some of his substantive digressions were among the most fascinating things, little tidbits and religious trivia, and whatever he could remember, that he would tell us. And when I talked to him about it later, he always smiled, and I guess he was glad somebody noticed. But I think we all noticed. So I want to say, maybe snarsley, ja seda Toomas Lukaras.
järgmiseks meil on Chicago esimese koguduse esindajana õpetaja Hilda Karuar, a representative from the first congregation in Chicago.
I hope you can hear me. I'm going to speak mostly in Estonian, but I just wanted to mention that since, as has been said, Thomas was a lover of history, and today it's appropriate that this memorial service is happening on Bastille Day, which is when the French freed the prisons. And in so many ways, that's what Christianity is. We are free. Jesus freed us from the prison of sin, from all of the cares of the world, and all of the evil that goes on. So it's kind of an interesting sort of dynamic there that I think Thomas sort of appreciated, that having his memorial on a day when prisoners were set free. And he has been set free from all of the prisoning that he was experiencing through his health. Nüüd ma räägin natuke eesti keeles ja ma ütlen, et Thomas oli Eesti Evangeeliumi Luteri Usu Kiriku kangelane. Ta aitas elus hoida Eesti kirikut ja Luteri usku ja tõdesid, mis on kestnud üle aastate. Chicago esimesel kogudusel oli Jumala poolt inspireeritud jääma vana usu ja printsiipide juurde ja see oli Thoomase tõttu. Toomas oli mulle isiklikult inspiratsiooniks ja õpetajaks. Ligi 10 aastat tagasi ta ordineeris mind diakoniks ja Toomas koos abikaasa Airiga olid alati meie kogudusele toeks. Me tunneme Toomasest puudust ja leiname tema kadumist siit maa pealt. Aga samal ajal me oleme rõõmsad, et ta maa ilmsetest hädadest on vaba, me ütleme puhka rahus ja nägemiseni Jeesusega Jumala taevariigis. Ja nüüd ma panen teise mütsi pähe Eesti Rahvuskomitee Ühendriikides esindajana ja ma loen ette, mis Marjurin Kaabel Eesti Rahvuskomitee Ühendriikides esinaine kirjutas. Eesti Rahvuskomitee ühineb sügava leinaga, mida on tutvustanud piiskop Toomas Paga lahkumine meie seas. Piiskop Paga oli seotud meiega mitmed moodi, nii mitmes valdkonnas meie ühiskonnas, et on raske tajuda, milline suur kaotus see on. Ta on meid ristinud, veeritanud, laulatanud, õnnistanud, kohutanud ja lõpuks matnud. Ta oli meie Eesti ühiskonna tuum mitmes mõttes, mitte ainult meie Luteri kiriku juht, vaid ka meie ühiskonnaga tegev isik, mis mitmel alal arhiivindus, noorte tegevused, skaudid, vabariigi aastapäevade ja muude tähistamised, vabadusvõitlus. Piiskop Paga oli ka endine Eesti Rahvuskomitee liige ning pälvis RKÜ erilist tunnistust aastal 2019 tema eluaegse pühendumise eest. RKÜ avaldab siirast kaastunnet abikaasa Airile ja lastele ja lastelastele ning tema suurele perele. Ja ma ütleks veel ühe, ja see tuli Rootsist Sirle Söödi käest, kes on uus ülemaailmse Eesti Kesknõukogu esinaine ja nagu kuulsite, Toomas teenis ka Rootsis üks vahe. Ja Sirle ütles, et maailm on kaotanud globaalse eestlase. See on tõsi. Aitäh!
Siis ma paluksin, et Eesti Arhiivi Ühendriikides esindaja Ave-Maria Blythe from the Estonian archives in the United States.
Igal esmaspäeval kogunevad vabatahtlikud lähedalt ja kaugelt siiasamasse Leningradi asuvasse Eesti arhiiv Ühendriikides hoidlasse, kus sorteerime ja hoolitseme eestlaste kultuurilugu kajastavate arhiivimaterjalide eest. Sel esmaspäeval ootas meid ees aga väga uudis. Igavikuradadel oli lahkunud arhiivi endine president piiskop Toomas Vaka. Tema koostatud põhjalikku üle 70 leheküljelist ülevaadet ma ei hakka ette lugema. Seda saab näha arhiivi loomes, seda saab näha meie kodulehel. Oma ettekande lõpetab Toomas Vaka aga selliste sõnadega. Ilma arhiivita oleks jäljatult kadunud suur osa teavet, eriti teise maailmasõja keerises Eestist lahkunud sugupõlve kogemustest ja saavutustest. Eesti kogukond on kaotanud tõelise patrioodi, erudeeritud haritlase ja alati abivalmis hingesulase, kelle elutööks on olnud Eesti vabaduse eest võitlemine ning oma kaasmaalaste aitamine. Nõukogude võimu ajal organiseeris ta usulise kirjanduse saatmist Eestisse, riskides arreteerimisega ENSV piiril. Piiskop Vaba osales mitmetel poliitilistel demonstratsioonidel USA suurlinnades, selgitades Ameerika poliitikutele ja ajakirjandusele Eesti olukorda. Taasiseseisvumise perioodil osales ka Eesti Kongressi töös USA eestlaskonna delegaadina. Erinevalt mitmetest väliseestlastest ei kaotanud ta huvi Eesti Vabariigis toimuva vastu peale 1991. aasta taasiseseisvumist. Viimaste aastate tendentsid Eesti poliitmaastikul ja ühiskonnas tekitasid talle tõsist muret. Kui hakkasid saabuma hiljuti noomitused Eesti välisministrit ja konsulitelt, et Eesti arhiiv Ühendriikides võiks ka hakata liberaalsemaks ja progressiivsemaks, oskas Toomas Vaka talle omaselt diplomaatiliselt, aga resoluutselt selgitada, et Eesti arhiiv Ühendriikides on USA-s loodud ja registreeritud organisatsioon ning Eesti Vabariigi valitsusliikmed ületavad seega oma volitusi teise riigi siseasjadesse sekkudes. Arhiivi koosolekud, ühised jõulude ja pidupäevade tähistamised said alati sisse õnnistatud piiskop väga lihtsate ja südamlike palvustega, mis kõnetasid nii kiriku liikmeid kui agnostikuid. Laia silmaringiga ning eluaegse õpilase